So, Tunai, with nature's blessings, we always start our sessions. And myself, Desika Prabhakar, founder and director of the Purpose Foundation, and we have our COO, Lakshmi from the Purpose Foundation as well. We welcome you to the MSME Problem Statement Session. Very grateful to have you, Jay, with us today. And as you know, this initiative is one of a kind to connect real-time problem solving of MSMEs with college students, young innovators, and form a whole ecosystem towards real-time impact. So this initiative is part of the Hack4Purpose second edition by the Purpose Foundation and United Nations specific program called Unleash. We are also working closely with the Ministry of MSME to get more MSME on board. As a proof of concept, we are taking 100 selected MSMEs for this edition to form this ecosystem into innovation and impact in sustainability. So this is a brief of what we are trying to do, and to give you some guidelines about the whole process. First and foremost, this initiative consists of no cost involved whatsoever. There is no payment or charge of any kind. It is purely to support MSMEs in their revenue generation prospects, so that MSME as the backbone, especially into the manufacturing sector, receives huge number of benefits and is geared towards innovation. Also, when we look at the tech part of this, whatever technology is built during the course of this time, it will be dealt on a case-to-case basis. If you are very actively involved with the students, the whole of the rights will go to the company. If you are just going to give the statement and then the students are going to put in all the effort, then there will be a shared sort of a collaboration that we're looking at. It's completely on the time and efforts that has been involved in the production of the whole technology, and we want to make sure all the parties are getting mutual benefits for their time and efforts. So we will deal with it on a case-to-case basis. We also want to mention that although we want to give solutions to all 100 MSMEs, it's a proof of concept and we cannot guarantee that you will 100% get the solution, but we will best try to give you as much as possible from your side to improve your revenues prospects. So this is the basic guidelines. The whole process commences from June 1st, where we will take your problem statement and put it in our website. Students apply and we select particular teams to work on this with our expert panel and our judges and trainers. We will select them and then train them throughout the whole process to build the technology. By December, they're going to get a specific grant which is allocated for this exclusively, and they would receive the funds part by part to develop the final technology and hand it over to you as a prototype. So this is how the whole system works. Now we will start off by requesting you to give a brief about what your company does, what are the products, how many years you are in existence, and what is your designation and role in the company. Please take it forward.
Thanks, Desika and Lakshmi, for having me, and I'm happy to be here today. My name is Jay Kumar. I'm the founder CEO of a startup company, Ecojay Sustainable Fashion, based out of Tamil Nadu in Tirupur. So we are basically a apparel manufacturing company. I have 40 years of experience, in this industry, and recently we started this company specifically focusing on sustainable fashion. So the word sustainable is, quite wide. We are focusing specifically on recycled material, so made from scrap. The materials that we use are completely from scrap. So the uniqueness about our recycled t-shirts are this is first 100%, and we claim to be the softest and the most durable recycled material in the market. So lately this recycled garment has been quite easily available in the market, but we are still the most premium apparel across India as well as in Europe. So ours is more soft as well as more durable. So we have got specific patents in our process where we enhance the softness and the durability of the garment. So this is a 2-year-old company, as I said, and I've been in textile industry for quite long, and I'm a technocrat myself. It has been really a great journey in the last 2 years, interacting with so many industry leaders, market leaders, and the consumers. I'm so excited about the opportunity, we also have equal amount of challenges, especially in getting the consumer awareness. So when you talk about consumer awareness, it is about educating the general mass. So we all choose t-shirts or garments based on how it looks, how it fits, and possibly the price. But I mean, at least the Indian consumers are not yet exposed to making a choice based on the carbon emission, what kind of environmental damage a garment makes. So I mean, we see huge opportunity going forward. Like as people start getting more awareness about this, especially the younger generation. Everybody knows that climate, the crisis that we have, global warming, but we exactly do not know how a t-shirt can, damage, the kind of negative impact normal garment that everybody buys has on the environment. So there is a huge responsibility for the industry as well, in educating the consumers. So I mean, I feel like in the last 2 years we have done my team has done a wonderful job in bringing out excellent products that people love. But to make people understand, maybe there can be another virgin material as good or even better looking, but maybe creating more pollution. How do we make the consumer understand? There can be tags, there can be brochures, but for somebody who removes it and wears it on a regular basis, they should have a feeling. Like they should feel proud about making this choice on a regular basis. So this is a kind of awareness as a part of this sustainable community we want to bring in. To talk about challenges specifically, as I said, educating the consumers would be our first challenge, and we take equal responsibility in educating the consumers. And when I say equal responsibility, we need other stakeholders like the government agencies, the supply chain partners, people who are into marketing, retail, sales, also participate in this the effort of educating the consumer. So for example, I have seen some of my competitors, so-called competitors, who sell t-shirts which are not sustainable, right? So I mean, they just put the tag. For example, in case of organic, it is not even organic, we know that. So how do we differentiate from an industry point of view? Everybody knows there are certifications like GOTS, Global Organic Trade. So these kind of certificates are available. The knowledge about it is available only within the manufacturing community. So the government equally, apart from the certification, has to have a process where products with wrong claims of sustainability has to be vetted. So this is a collaborative effort that I will be looking forward, working with channel partners. When I say channel partners, the entire supply chain, people involved in the entire supply chain, from the raw material vendors to the in retail outlets. So everybody has to be playing a part in educating the consumer, and also the government agencies to regulate, in bringing about the certifications, bringing about the process of verification for a consumer. In Europe, you have got some brands where you scan the QR, you get the entire supply chain mapped. So first of all, the consumer needs to have awareness on how to check and what the impact means, right? So what does it mean for a consumer to just look at the supply chain, right? So they should have confidence in a brand, and they should also know where the source is. Is it genuinely verified? Apart from the certifying agencies, the government can also play a role in bringing about the consumer awareness. And this is one part. Another part is the typical question consumers ask is like, why is sustainable garment expensive? Right, and especially I had one of the leading retail owner, and a managing director of a leading retail brand, asking me, "You make t-shirts from scrap. Scrap is cheap, though, so the recycled t-shirt should be cheap." The thing is, like I mean, there are the other commodities in the market. The recycle is not as soft as ours. So maybe not everybody would want to wear that kind of t-shirt on a regular basis. It can cause skin irritation, it is not comfortable, and it shrinks a lot. So we have come across those challenges. So our product is premium. So this effort of bringing in innovation, we have spent several hours of man-hours and so much of resources, including money. Right? So we are not getting subsidies for this. So when I make a regular t-shirt for any retail brand, it is much cheaper. And in our case, there is an additional challenge of scale. So when we play into a niche segment, normally factories in Tirupur are used to making thousands of t-shirts every single day. So you can imagine the economies of scale, right? So a t-shirt which normally would cost like 500 rupees, when you make it in volume, it can be as low as 200, the same quality, everything. So the economies of scale is not available for us in a sustainable manufacturing, right? Especially a niche segment where we have introduced a new product. So it takes quite a lot of time for us to convince the customer, get traction, convince the channel partners, the end consumer. It's a long process. 2 years has been a remarkable journey, but commercially, if you see, there's always been a struggle. I mean, we push ourselves to the maximum with the hope that down the line, maybe in the next 2 years, 3 years, we can get the economies of scale. So essentially, to answer a consumer's question on why it is expensive, we fund our own innovation, right? And on the other hand, our competitors, they pollute, right? And once Indian Supreme Court has mentioned polluters has to pay, which is not happening. The so-called fast fashion, when people are so excited about buying cheaper cloth every weekend, when they go out on a weekend, so they buy a new garment every day with online choices. So it has become so cheap. So essentially, those are less sustainable than ours. So when we are saving on pollution, when we are saving on landfills, when we are saving on carbon emission, having innovation in our process. So we have got a couple of patents for our products, by the way. So when there is so much of effort on our side, when we compete with a mass market brand, fast fashion brand, we always look expensive. I would put the question the other way. When the normal regular brands are made to pay for pollution, they'll be expensive than ours. Right? So, these are the challenges. End of the day, it is all about consumer awareness. And for our innovation, if we can get some help, some kind of subsidy from the government. There are so many, but it is a long process for us. So, if there can be a specific category for sustainability. I know the central and state government helps us with some resources for startups. Ecojay is registered as a startup and also it comes under MSME. But beyond that, if there is a special recognition for sustainable category, it really help us speed up our process. When we are recognized better than the other startups in terms of sustainability, right? So these are the support we look from the government as well as the agencies involved in promoting sustainability.
Thank you so much, Jay. That was a very intense walkthrough through the whole of sustainability chain in textiles, the realistic problem put in a very, very, very authentic way. And when you spoke about consumer awareness, yes, that is a primary for sure. And when consumers get to know about the products, there comes the cost factor where they, even though they want to, they are like, in a fixed mindset that the price matters above everything else, even when it's coming up to affecting the own environment that we live at. So that is going to be a huge debate, definitely. And we are trying to, again, bring forth all of the awareness possible in this domain. And as you mentioned, to categorize the whole of the supply chain through authentic verification of all of the products that go into making or manufacturing your t-shirt. To have that information is going to be very, very valuable, and more credibility for the brand as such would be there for sure. Talking about MSME, recognizing sustainability aspect, yes, there are some schemes that are in place. However, yes, we need a lot more to actually come up as competitive in the market. So when we talk about t-shirts and when we talk about innovation, you have already been innovating a lot to bring about very, very soft quality t-shirts, as you mentioned. So in terms of other innovation or in manufacturing, any other struggles that you're facing internally with something that we can help with, or something which is adding too much of cost for your t-shirt, like if we can find another alternative for it, if there's something that you're looking at which can be a problem statement?
See, as a technocrat, we have got solutions. We have got, as an insider, we have solutions for all our problems, all the challenges. The major challenge for us is from the consumer end, making them understand, value the product. So if the students or the agencies involved in promoting sustainability can help us create awareness campaigns, creative awareness campaigns, it'll really help us I mean, apart from the government subsidies that I'm seeking, towards innovation, investing into innovation. For example, I want to give a specific example. I've got a copyright for a methodology called J rating. I mean, since my name is Jayakumar, I put my name into the brand Ecojay, and also I've got a copyright for a term called J rating. I mean, you must have seen in an AC, a normal air conditioning at your home, and also the refrigerator, 2-star, 3-star, 3.5 star. For the amount of power the equipment consumes. That helps a consumer to make an easy choice. Apart from the price, performance, they also, somebody looking at how much power bill they'll be incurring. So it helps them make easy choice, right? So similar way for, sustainability or durability. When I say durability, it can relate to, shrinkage, the sizing of the garment after multiple washes and the color fading. So we have come up with a simplified rating, where consumers can easily relate. So for me, I need, support of the entire community to make it workable at a, layman level. So as a technocrat, I see that as a possible solution, and I'm, as a founder and an owner of a manufacturing company, I'm willing to work with student communities in taking this idea forward.
It's very.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially, it is an effort to make it more easy for consumers to recognize the importance of sustainability and also rate products. Right, as I said, the example of the star rating in a refrigerator and air conditioner. When you walk into an electronic shop to buy, so you will know how much of electricity you'll be paying more. When you buy one against the other. So same way, if there can be a rating, how sustainable brand A is compared to brand B. Right? What kind of CO2 emission brand A has in comparison to? So people don't need to know the nitty-gritties of the formula. There are so many parameters that goes into determining these factors. So it can be sustainability score, or it can be a durability score. Right. So I've already put forward that idea under the J rating. So if students can come forward to make it elaborate, make it more relatable for the consumers, make it widespread, where it can be adapted across all garments, not just the sustainable ones. All garments, not just sustainability but also the durability. So this can be a common man language when they make a choice on a garment, beyond praise and the fashion, yes, aesthetics.
Yes, so it's I am definitely sure that is going to give a huge awareness in a more easy to connect sort of a manner. When they see the rating, it is going to be very, very straightforward to them rather than explaining the whole of the concept of sustainability. So that is a very important problem statement that we're taking from your side. To also look into the manufacturing as a whole is one of our key concepts. So if you can some problem statements on that.
See, I mean, the basic problem, the foundation of Ecojay is we solve the problem of second grade scrap, making it a premium. So, it is a general assumption, whatever we make from scrap, it is substandard, it is not good, it is cheap. Right? So we didn't see it as a scrap, we see it as a sustainable option, and we made the consumers understand that it can be made premium. So, when we have developed a fabric which is softer than most of our competitors and also more durable than our competitors, we still have ongoing challenges. When we make, fabric out of scrap, we end up with a lot of holes, a lot of rejections. So, it is not so easy to weave, like in a conventional virgin material, what you get fresh from the market, like either it be polyester or cotton. Compared to that, the raw material quality is so poor. When we try to make a yarn out of it or a fabric out of it, we end up with a lot of rejections. So, one of our innovations is making it softer, making it durable, and we are right now working on making it, more production oriented, meaning when there is a defect in the fabric or defect in the yarn, it reduces the efficiency of the production. essentially increasing the cost of manufacturing. Right, so we have some collaboration with some of the machine part suppliers from Sweden and Germany. So with whom we work closely to sort out this problem, and we are very willing to include more partners, student communities or people with interest in sustainability to get involved in solving this problem.
That's a very, very excellent point that you brought up, as in the rejection waste itself is again a next level of topic which we're facing. Even print rejects, we've seen the companies just swipe down on the whole thing. Same way you're talking about, since you are targeting specifically on taking a challenge on second grade sort of PET bottles and then recycling them into t-shirts. So there are some holes in certain of the t-shirts where if we can have maybe some additives, or if we can have some other way of spinning technology which is involved, which can make it more durable, and the tensile strength can be increased, and that is going to be a huge savings for your company. So that is a very, very key point.
When we reclaim the waste, scrap, and make it into a garment, we still end up with waste, right, in the process of making. So I have willingness to find a solution for that, but unfortunately, since we are not from the design background, so I always thought whatever waste generated, especially the fabric waste generated, can go into making some accessories. Like a lot of it goes into manufacturing shop, where they use it for cleaning. That can go in for a better use. People from, especially students from the fashion background, if they can find a way to make an innovative, creative use of this scrap, make some toy out of it, I don't know, make some accessory out of it, instead of just again going back to waste or landfill. So most of the waste ends up in workshops, as a waste cloth. Yeah. So, that can be a stage, where we can prolong the life of the waste fabric. If we can, find a use in between where it can have more value. In fact, we tried making, tea coasters, just cut a piece of fabric to put it on a table for tea coasters. So there can be more such ideas to extend the life of the waste fabric. So that again contributes to the value as well as the life cycle of the fabric.
So yes, when we talk about manufacturing rejects, especially from the industry, firsthand, some of the MSMEs that we've spoken to, they're working on converting it into paper sheets as well. When it's completely white waste, they take it out to paper, and then some are making carpets or other sort of insulation materials from that. Some are making toy stuffings from that, and some are making sort of particular mementos or trophies. Also, we spoke to some other MSMEs in that way. So they're trying to build a huge range of products from this. And typically, what range of rejects are you looking at? Maybe roughly a month.
You mean the percentage or
tons, or what is the quantity of your textile rejects?
Yeah, we do about 15 tons of fabric every month, and I would say around 17% of it goes as a waste. So those that are not thrown into the landfill, but those goes for low value purpose, like
low value applications. If there is
trust me, this is fresh and really premium fabric. So this can have a
high value applications.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that is very, very great. So we have got more than 4 to 5 problem statements from your side. So to end, we will request you, you have already elaborated more on your passion for sustainability and also taking it into action. But any other initiatives in sustainability that your company has taken or is planning to take, if you can say a few words, then we can close the session.
So, essentially we want to become a net zero by end of this decade, like 2030, we want to be net zero. Of course, how in IPL, for every dot ball they plant a tree. For every T-shirt that our consumers buy, we are planning to offer them a plan. And one of the things that we are already doing is all our tags are seed paper. So I've got a lot of customers sending me photos of a tree that they've grown out of the seed paper that we sent along with the t-shirts. So I mean, like we want to promote more greenery, and we are also thinking about repurposing the garments. So it is not about recycling, repurposing the garments. So people who love their t-shirt that they bought 5 years back, maybe the print would have gone out, maybe it would have the shade would have faded away, but they would still feel comfortable. We want to repurpose them. So the economics is not supporting us right now, but we have some thoughts towards that. So I mean, as I said, a sustainable business is not about just one business entity. We can be successful only as a community. Yeah, and I would welcome students, government agencies, channel partners, trade partners to be part of this effort.
Rightly said. So sustainability works only if it's part of the community. It's very, very well said. Thank you so much, Jay, for all your valuable time. Very grateful to have this session with you and to have you part of the first set of this whole initiative. It's very, very happy moment that you have joined us today and given us some impactful problem statements. Thank you so much for your valuable time and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks a lot.